How's the trip been so far?
Oh, it's alright. We haven't had any problems yet.
Not yet.
Haven't thrown you out of the car on your head or anything, so.
Not yet. I'm sure that'll come though.
Nah.
Nah, it'll be alright.
You're a pretty good kid.
Lavatory is occupied. We will need you to wait in your seat until it does become available. There'll be no waiting and standing or stretching to the front lavatory door to the cockpit. We appreciate it.
Where are you going?
They've been taking pictures of fallen women, I'm gonna tell.
What women? You're the only woman I'm taking pictures of.
Yeah, but which women did you take pictures of before I got here?
Nobody. You're the only one.
Yeah. Better when you kids were kids.
When you was a kid.
I never was a kid.
Well,
I was
before you
born
was
growing.
never a kid. What was your favorite Christmas memory?
Oh, shit.
Did you ever have a good Christmas?
Oh, I guess we had several of them.
Where at?
In Hannibal, that's the only place I ever lived.
I thought you lived in Woodlawn.
With what?
Woodlawn. Where's Woodlawn?
No, I don't think so.
Isn't that where you was born?
Woodland.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Woodland is a lot different than Woodlawn. Woodlawn is where people go that's got mental problems.
I didn't know that. Okay,
That's
Woodland.
part of the hospital.
Woodland, that's a suburb of Monroe City.
No, it's not Monroe City. It's right not too far from Palmyra.
So what was your favorite childhood Christmas?
I don't know.
You never had any good Christmases?
We did pretty good with all of them.
What
We
did
was
you
poor,
guys
but we
do?
didn't know it.
What did you guys do?
Nobody made an issue out of it, so
What'd you do for Christmas? Would you wake up in the morning?
well, yeah, I wake up every morning.
I know.
Dingbat.
Then what'd you do after that?
We go to see what Santa Claus brought.
Yeah? Did you have a Christmas tree?
Well, yeah.
With
they
lights?
They didn't go out and buy them. They went out in the woods and cut it down.
With lights?
Yeah.
Or candles?
Huh?
Candles. Do you have candles on the tree?
No. Dingbat.
What? Some people did that.
Candles set the tree on fire.
Only once.
When you got 10 kids in the family, you don't mess with candles.
You just, yeah, that's true. You use matches to light your cigarettes.
And you got a mother that works like a dog at home and then she goes out and works.
Where did she work?
She worked night shift at the shoe factory.
What is night shift?
4 to 12.
Who took care of the kids?
We took care of ourselves.
Ah. So you
Your
didn't
Aunt
have any...
Lois and your Aunt Helen, all they wanted to do is go look at the boys.
Little skanks.
Don't ask me the boys what, but
Uh-uh. So what was your favorite Christmas gift ever?
Your dad.
As a kid. I guess you were a kid, weren't you?
That was a good Christmas present.
That's what you got for Christmas?
I keep telling you and everybody else, he was a perfect man. So how can you outdo that?
A doll that wets.
And then in June after, well, let's see. No, that wasn't 52 or 53, that was 54. We got Joe, then we got Steve, then we got Lena, and the babies just kept coming.
It's all downhill from there, huh?
But you know what, we had a lot of fun.
Who did?
Your dad and me.
Oh. Abusing kids. You just kept having fun until 9 kids later.
No, actually there was 12.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Here from Michigan. Because the mother had more or less just says, oh well, she didn't want him anymore. And she was going to leave him, he was going to leave him with Martha. Well, I took Corky, and I was the only one that even offered any help to her. And I didn't have him 2 hours till he was calling me mommy already.
That country will not
Corky?
anyone facing capital felony charges.
His name was Corky?
Corky.
Corky who?
Not Porky.
I said Corky. Corky what?
Actually, his name was Corey.
Well, why'd you call him Corky?
Because he had 7 other brothers and sisters, and that's what they called him because they were little.
Back to Connecticut on the proviso that she would not be subject to the death penalty.
On June 19,
I've got pictures of him someplace.
Was he older than Joe?
Yeah, 18 months.
You had him until he was 3?
I had him till he was 3, and then they took him back. Now you talk about something that was hard to do. That was hard to give him back. But what choice did I have? I didn't have no papers on him.
The gorgeous redhead Irish girl coming back from Ireland, and
Yeah.
all the makings for movie of the week here.
On November 17, 2000,
Well, by that time, hadn't Steve come along?
Huh?
By that time, hadn't Steve come along?
Well, he was getting ready to.
Ordered Beth to be fitted with an ankle bracelet and relegated her to house arrest at her parents' residence.
I don't mean that would make it any easier, I'm just
The same
saying.
home that currently housed Beth's niece, Rebecca. Also living there was Beth's sister and Buzz's widow, Kim Carpenter.
Beth's sister, Kim, was cooperating with his prosecutors against Beth. So it was
I'm telling you how it is. That's what happened. And get that damn thing off of me or I'm going to smack you silly.
The camera loves you.
But I'm going to get me another magic marker.
You're gonna get what?
I'm going to get me another magic marker and stick it in my bag with the rest of my stuff, and then when I take a movie with me to work, I'm going to put my name on it so I'll be sure to get it back.
Good idea.
Otherwise, they pick up everything now. You never know what you're going to end up with.
Bunch of stealers.
They don't really steal, they just don't, well, there's a lot of people with disabilities that they don't remember taking things. And it's not just people that work there.
It's okay. It's alright.
Lena's the same way.
Lena's got a disability?
Yeah, she forgets everything.
Yeah, but Lena's older than you.
So you just want to wait for Rihanna to... And to you.
Good night.
Christmas Day.
I'm ready for third straight loss.
So, you guys are watching game tomorrow night?
Oh yeah.
Just a minute. I want that net, and I want it now.
Don't you dare touch that.
Tracy,
And just what are you?
did you hear me say that I would watch them?
What?
I said I'll watch them.
Oh, I thought you were going for movies.
Another Christmas.
Let's go in the morning and I'll watch it.
Santa Claus. What are you guys doing? You take after your grandma, don't you? Little paparazzi girl.
I got you.
I can tell.
Off a train. Ride a bike. Me, I don't
Why do you under here?
Ryan, give you a shot.
No, stop saying
I know
that.
it's not for everyone. So long as you pack one. Where
Having makeup on.
I'm not filming you. There's absolutely no film in here.
You ain't seen that one yet where he was right in my face trying to take it.
Okay, well come on. Maybe she's in here.
You smashed my new camera.
Mommy, I can't find the princess.
All right, they're probably all in the bathtub.
You never did say about how, like, you know, did you guys get one gift apiece, or
Do what?
when you guys were kids, did you get one gift apiece, or did you get more than one, or?
Yeah, because that's just about all that they could afford. I mean,
And were they like bought from the store, or
yeah,
made, or
no.
Montgomery Wards, or?
Your grandma didn't have time for that, and they definitely didn't have no credit cards.
No, the credit cards were probably not very widespread back then, were they?
Just for rich people.
Yeah,
That was one of those cases that was just for rich people.
yeah.
So what kind of gifts did you get?
Huh?
What kind of gifts did you get?
Well, I got a doll one year, and one of my brothers, I forgot which one it was, went by and slammed the door, and when he did, he broke the head off that doll, and I'm telling you, it like it broke my heart. It's the only one I had, and he broke the head off of it.
Man. Was that right after you got it?
Yeah,
It wasn't Christmas Day, was
I
it?
think it was.
Oh, that was. I'd take his toy. You know.
But I think your grandpa got some glue and put it back on, so that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
It's not the same though.
Probably had duct tape.
I mean to tell you, those was the two hardest working people you'll ever meet.
They used to have like the ribbon candy and stuff for Christmas.
They made their own candy.
How'd they make it?
They made fudge and stuff, but they said there was something said about a shortage on sugar and a shortage on coffee.
That was probably during World War II, wasn't it?
No, it was just, I don't know, about 10 years before your grandpa died.
Oh.
And he says, ain't no damn shortage. He said they're stockpiling that so that they can add a higher price to it later on. He was always coming up with something, but
Yeah.
he says they can put the price as high as they want it now, and then when they get what they think is enough, then they'll lower the price on it and make you think that the price is going down.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like that's kind of like what they're doing with gas these days, huh? all of a sudden gas goes up to $4 a gallon, and then when they bring it back down to $2.53, you think it's cheap.
Next week it's gonna go clear sky high again.
You think?
Yeah, because it's gonna be Christmas.
Yeah.
People's gonna need it if they're gonna go home to Christmas.
I'm just curious about your Christmases and stuff when you was little, because I never really heard anything about Dad, how they celebrated Christmas or
Well,
anything.
your
Did you?
dad got almost nothing.
Well, I mean, he never talked about it when he was a kid, and
There were cases where they got stockings with coal in it. And
oh,
that's all
come
they
on.
got.
No. Why would they put coal in the stocking?
Because that's what Santa Claus left, was coal. They all been bad, so they don't get nothing but coal in their socks.
Well, maybe coal would be a good gift, because that meant that they would be warm
Well, that's true.
on Christmas morning. I don't know, it just...
And believe it or not, your poor old grandma worked at the cement plant.
Dad's mom?
Huh?
Dad's mom?
Yep. At that at that time, they put cement in cloth bags, and she sewed up the ends of them.
Oh yeah, I think I heard that, yeah. So it seemed like pretty much anybody in the family who was old enough to worked at the cement plant, huh?
All but your Uncle Walter, he worked down there for a short time, then he quit. It was too dirty.
It was dirty. That killed his dad.
Yeah, but your dad worked there for 38 years.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, Walter still got a job, what, making tools or something, or?
Yeah, he got a better job. I mean, I don't know about better, but it was cleaner anyway.
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird because 2 of the boys got married and 2 of them didn't.
Yeah.
And all of the girls got married.
I guess there was just 4 boys, wasn't there? And
Yep.
what? How many girls?
Let's see, there was Sophie, Stella, Mary, and Ellen. 4.
Yeah.
And
I
then they had a
thought there
little
was
sister.
more than that.
They had a little sister that died with pneumonia.
So the only ones left there is John and Helen.
John
And
and Steve and Helen.
John, Steve, and Helen.
We should
Yeah.
call Uncle Steve tomorrow.
Yeah, we need to. Let's do
Huh?
that.
I said we should call Uncle Steve tomorrow.
Well, yeah. You got the number?
Yeah. I think I do.
That's where their grandma and grandpa lived, was directly across the street from us.
Yeah.
That's why them people look at me like I'm stupid when I say that I've known them girls ever since they were born. And I have. Their mother lived with their grandparents for a while, and then she moved up the hill, up Beach Street, across Vine, in a little imitation brick house.
So for your Christmas, you guys did come downstairs then?
No, actually we had the Christmas tree in the living room.
In the living room upstairs?
Yeah.
So you would just run into the living room after you woke up for Christmas morning?
No, you waited till Mom and Dad woke up or you got your butt paddled.
That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like us.
Well, Nobody touched anything because nothing was labeled. They knew what this was for, and they knew who it was supposed to be for, and they knew what this was for.
Well, how did they keep up with that? Was it wrapped or was it unwrapped?
Well, some of it was wrapped and some of it wasn't.
Kind of like we used to get.
I guess it depended on what they had time to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the same way ours was. Some of it was just left out unwrapped. If if it was big or if it was awkward or whatever, hard to wrap or.
I've heard a lot of people say that they do the things from Santa unwrapped. And the things that are from family are wrapped.
Oh, I never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But after your dad got married, I didn't think it. After your dad and I got married, I didn't think it was right to do that. To not wrap it because, well, by then I was 17 years old. I was learning things, how people did things, and I learned that other people did things different than what we was raised doing.
Yeah, but still, you didn't do anything, there's no right or wrong. It was just different ways people did things,
Well, his family really had some warming up to do as far as I was concerned because I was 17 and he was 32.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. What, did they have some objections to that or what?
Well.
Seemed like your family would have more objections to it than his family would, I would think.
Your grandma didn't like him at all. Period. Because he drank a little bit when we got together.
You talk about my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drank a little bit.
And she knew it?
So what? So did my dad.
How did Grandma know that he drank a little bit?
Well, because we went to the bar together to drink.
Oh, okay.
Did they let you in that young?
Well, they let me in, but we didn't go to drink. We went to dance.
But Dad was able to drink, but you weren't.
Well, he had a few drinks, but he didn't have very many because of my age. Yeah. If your grandpa wanted to push it, he could have caused a lot of trouble, but he just didn't.
You guys just probably walked down there, didn't you?
What, to the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked everywhere we went, unless we took a cab.
So Dad still wasn't driving back then?
He never drove.
I thought he did. Well, not when you knew him, though. I thought he drove at one time, but he was in some kind of a wreck or something.
His best friend was killed in a car wreck right there on that curve before you get into Monkey Run on that concrete bridge.
Yeah.
When you go around that curve there, that car missed the curve because the guys were drunk.
Well, Dad was driving though?
No. He wasn't driving then, and he never drove after that.
Was he in the car?
Was
Dad in the car?
No. But
see, that's a story I always heard, that Dad was driving or Dad was in the car or something like that.
Your dad's best friend was killed.
Yes.
So whoever was telling the tale didn't know what they was talking about.
I don't even remember who told me that.
I heard the same thing, that either Dad was in the car or Dad was driving when his best friend was killed.
No.
And that's why he never drove again.
No, your dad never did drive.
He never drove even before that.
Not when I knew him, he didn't.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know him till he was, 32?
But he wouldn't even consider it. And when I started driving for that year before Lena come around that corner and that guy hit her and wrecked my car. Well, before that happened, it was funny. I'd start out over there on that curve in front of the house. I'd go up the hill and around the hill, back down to Crescent, or not Crescent Street.
Ann Street.
Where Crescent Street, Ann Street, and
Martin
Street meet.
Stones.
Yeah.
Then I come up Martin Street. And your poor old dad was standing out there watching me till I got back.
I don't blame him. You just do that for practice?
Well, I put Joey and let's see, Joey and Aaron and Jordan.
Let's put all the kids in the car and go practice driving.
You did not.
I put those 3 kids in the car with me and took them with me one day. And all 3 of them, oh, Grandma, you did good. You did good.
They couldn't see over the dashboard probably, could they?
They was in the back street.
She threw all the kids in the back seat.
Oh my God. How old were they?
I don't know.
Probably they weren't teenagers yet, were they?
7 or 8, maybe 9.
And you didn't have your license.
No.
And you're out practicing driving
Backseat
illegally
drivers.
with a bunch of little kids in the back seat.
Just 3, that ain't a bunch.
Yeah, that's true.
It ain't a bunch till you get like Carol was. She never drove up and down that highway with less than 10. And I found out later.
You remember that?
No.
I found out later until Sonny had that first heart attack. She didn't have no license either.
Ever?
Not until then. And then when she got to chasing that ambulance up the highway, she got her license because she was afraid the cops would get her.
I can remember back and forth to Ashburn or Louisiana down there where they lived at, but it was crowded in that car, but I don't think it was 10.
Oh, I know there was.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was all of hers and
laying on the back in the back window.
No, we were all sitting on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yep. There's lots. With the fumes.
Yeah, because the holes in the floorboard.
Well, I don't know about that, but the windows were always down. It was hot and.
Yeah. When some people might have thought that we were poor, you know. I said some people might have thought that we were poor.
we was.
Were we?
But we wasn't to the point where we were penniless.
Well, we didn't know. I didn't know we were poor, really. I mean, I don't know.
We didn't make an issue out of it. What would that have served?
Well, it's just that we had what we needed.
Yeah.
We never went hungry. We had clothes. They might not have been the nicest clothes.
You may not have had everything you wanted, but
Well,
you had
who
what
does?
you needed.
Well, I mean, it's all relative, I guess, you know.
And I don't know, if you have what you need, well then what the neighbor down the street's got don't make any difference because they're the ones that's got it anyway.
Yeah.
As long as your belly's full and you got something to keep you warm, well, you don't need nothing else.
And family.
Yeah. But
I
the
know.
family is just, I don't know, it's something that you kind of take for granted.
Sometimes, yeah.
What?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I know, seemed like when I was in college and after I got out of college, Dad always had, money to send me to, $20 a week or whatever.
Yeah. May not have been much, but it was all he had.
Yeah, it was a lot to me. I mean, I'd have stacks of envelopes that from him sending me. Wouldn't be much of a letter, but there'd be a $20 bill in there every time, or 10 or whatever, Huh?
Well, he knew you were trying.
Well, yeah, I guess. Came in handy. I mean, it paid for my beer.
And he didn't say anything to me about it. He just did it.
Yeah. Well, I know it was a sacrifice for him. It wasn't like he had it, to just give out left and right. It was. I didn't think that at the time. At the time, I just thought, yeah, it's $20 from Dad. Cool.
Yeah.
That's why I spent it on beer. Well, not all of it. I shouldn't say that.
And the way that men treat women anymore, it's ridiculous.
Not all men.
I've tried to tell you, Mom, not all men are like that.
Well, I'm talking about the ones that beat up on their wives and all of that.
You've been talking an awful lot about men beating up on wives lately. Is there something going on here?
I ain't got no husband.
No.
And I'll tell you one thing. If Bob Maiden hit me, he wouldn't be living anymore and I'd be in jail.
You've never been beat by a man before.
No, and if he ever hit me, it would probably be the worst shock in my life, and I'd do my damnedest to make sure he wasn't going to hit me anymore.
Well, probably the only man you ever been hit by is your dad when you was a bad girl.
I'll tell you what.
That didn't sound right, did it?
The last time I was hit by my dad was over your dad.
Really?
Because he said something.
Well, it was worth it.
He said something about the damn Pollock. And I said, whoa, just wait a minute. That damn Pollock is just as good as you are. And when I said that, I got busted in the face.
Really?
With an open hand, but it was...
How old were you?
Huh?
How old were you?
Oh, about 16.
That was before you was married.
Yeah.
You talked back to your dad.
Yeah, I did. But he made me mad.
Yeah.
He was talking about somebody I cared about. A lot.
Yeah. But he probably never had you talk back to him like that before either. I mean, I'm not trying to justify him slapping you or anything, but I'm just saying he was probably kind of shocked that you would talk back to him.
Well,
just from what I know, was it or what?
It made him mad because I told him that your dad was just as good as he was. And he was prejudiced against blacks, Mexicans,
Polacks,
and what they referred to them.
Italians.
Well, it was Italians, but they referred to them as wops.
Ooh. Well, what was he?
I've heard that.
Scotch, Irish, and Indian.
Scotch, Irish, and Indian. What do they call Irish people? Derogatory. He was Scotch, Irish. Well, what was Grandma then?
Scotch, Irish, and Indian.
Were they related?
But she was Blackfoot, and I don't know what he was. He never did tell me.
No, come on. They were both Scotch, Irish, and Indian.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Huh?
And your Aunt Lois said one time she thought somebody said along the line that there was some Welsh in there too.
Yeah, that's pretty close to, you know, Scotland and Ireland. Welshland. Wales.
Like, do they make the Dubliner cheese?
Huh?
It's Dubliner. Dubliner cheese.
No, it's the Dubliner.
Dubliner. Personal inside joke.
But anyway.
It's
a mixture. It's all mixed up. There ain't nothing I can do about it now. So I ain't gonna worry about it. And I've got kids and they're all mixed up with that, and plus they're half Polish, so.
I always tell people that, you know, my dad was a whole Pole, I'm a half Pole, my kids are quarter Poles. Yeah. Yeah, and unless they marry somebody who's Polish, then their kids are going to be eighth Poles, you know?
That's about as near as you can get it, I mean.
Yeah.
As Jason used to tell Denise, it'd be all right, Mommy.
Well, as my dad always used to tell me, Polish people are the smartest race on earth.
He did.
He did too.
When?
When I was little. Well, I wasn't little, I was probably a teenager. He goes, I think Polish people are the smartest people on earth. I think that's why everybody tried to, in World War II, they tried to defeat them. You know, because they're the smartest people in the earth. He told me that. Don't you look at me like that and tell me that he didn't. He told me the Polish people were the smartest people in the earth. In the world.
My dad was married before.
He committed suicide, didn't he?
Now that you mention that, I think he did.
Yeah. And I know nothing of him. I never saw him, never met him, never knew anything about him, but I thought you told me that.
You seen him?
No, never.
Oh, okay. Because I never seen him either. I wouldn't know him if he'd walk right up here right now.
But I just heard that... I think you told me all of this. When Dad was in the Army in World War II...
Yeah, when he come home...
He was married before he went, and when he came back...
Well, you figure it out.
Yeah.
He's overseas 3.5 years. He comes back, she's pregnant. And she's trying to tell him that it's his kid? Oh, that don't work.
Yeah, unless you're an elephant or something.
And he said that was the only time he ever hit a woman, and he smacked her face and walked away.
Well, why do you do that?
Why'd he do that? She was pregnant, and he'd been gone 3.5 years.
So he smacked her.
Yeah. She's lucky he didn't kill her.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I don't know if he would have smacked her, even if that was the case.
He said he did, so I know he did.
Well.
And people can tell me anything they want to about a man lying to a woman, but that man never lied to me one time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you he got out of the service, went to New London to the bar, ordered a beer, and they wouldn't serve him.
Because they look too young?
Yeah.
This is the one that just, has worked for me.
I've completed 2 full marathons, 7 triathlons.
They told him he wasn't 21.
Ironman triathlons. As of last week, finished my first full Ironman
But he
distance
was what,
triathlon.
32?
Live life again. Call 214-699-4022. This is not a
See,
beer.
he'd been out of the service about 6 years when I met
You're
him.
not going anywhere. This is the internet and cell phone companies offer.
Well, you got yourself a cutie, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I don't think we
More ways than one.
kind of all look younger than our years.
Huh?
I think we all kind of look younger than our years up to
Well,
that point.
I did too at one time.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
me.
Well, I looked, well, just look at him. He had a baby face. And everybody said I had a baby face when I was younger.
Just a couple of babies.
Well, you still have good skin.
That's because I worked at it.
Do you? What do you do?
I got a little jar of stuff that cost me $18 that I put on my face.
Is that whale sperm?
No.
I wish I could afford some whale sperm.
I heard. Well, it's more than $18, isn't it?
Hey, Munchkin, what are you doing? Come here, pretty baby.
She was a teacher until a few days ago. She's 8 months older than me.
Come on, sweetheart.
She's like, no, I'm just making my brother.
What's that mean?
What exactly is
Surf and turf, crab legs and steak, seafood and steak.
weird.
That's surf and turf.
Wasn't too bad, was it?
I liked it.
I did down there.
Say that. Say you gotta smack.
Don't let Bob have that, because if you do, we have to
I
kill
told
him.
him, I said, he's gonna keep it up until I just call your mom and
Push
tell
him
her.
down the stairs.
They offend themselves.
Cellular telephone.
Wow, that.
Teaches proactive self-defense.
Hey, Grandma.
Now you can text.
What's this? Your
You texting
phone?
fiend.
Yeah, with those fingers.
Be careful down there, whoever's got their feet next to mine, because I've got a glass sitting down there between my feet.
No,
Have to wait till I
Your
get
present is being able to get the package open.
There's nothing in there.
Oh,
Get mad at it.
Once she opens it, and here's your real gift.
Sure, throw it down on the floor and stomp it.
There's my
what'd you do with your knife?
Okay, now I feel bad. Where's the scissors?
You did your best.
Here's your teeth.
Scissors, I think.
She's got it.
Use them bony knuckles.
Those
She uses them on me.
Those bony knuckles on this.
They hurt.
Well, they may hurt when I double them up, but that's, there you go.
They hurt when you punch me.
Spud.
Cute box.
Yeah, he's mad because I punched him. Oh my, look
No,
at
I like it. It's paper.
boy.
You can't even see anything. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
don't get smart.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
What is that?
That's a coin purse with a keychain on it.
I have one. I have a yellow one.
You
It
do?
is.
You got a yellow one? Where is it?
It's in my room.
Are you sure?
Wow, look at this.
Ooh, pretty
I got a big purse.
Ooh, cool. I thought she left it over at Kay's.
Isn't that
That was her
beautiful?
wallet.
Oh.
I don't think
Put
the
her all
box,
over
but I
something.
I haven't been able to find it.
I'm gonna fill it with bricks and deep
hope I
little
can find it.
Wow.
Oh, with what? Books?
bricks.
She was upset. She got
That'll
hurt
match your
all
coat.
day.
Isn't that nice?
It's a big one.
$6 now.
Spacious.
Better hold on to your wallet.
That it?
Fill that full of goodies and take that to your security.
I'm back here.
Yeah.
You hide lots of liquids in there.
No, you couldn't, because I put x-rays on them.
He's like, I figured that out already.
Then they explode.
They already caught me.
What? Thank
Are you gonna film yourself?
I'm so surprised.
Take it.
Work one of
Want to
those?
show her how to turn it on?
Who's that from?
I want.
Who's that from? Mother o' mine.
I thought it was just like my phone.
She's got years of practice ignoring me.
Blue.
Hold down the red button and
Yeah, that turns it on and off, so it's coming on right now. It takes a minute.
Is anybody calling? I don't think they have dial tones.
Was playing.
We might have a steep learning curve here.
Mom.
Well, if you come up next week, you might see some snow. This is for Ryan. You can open it. You can open it.
Yeah, sit on your
Open
bed.
it. Open it.
And there's one for you.
Are you gonna open that?
Go ahead, Rihanna. You can open it, baby. Open it. Rip
Go
it.
ahead.
Get angry.
Rip it open.
Go crazy.
Here comes your mom.
Look at her.
Now you can. Sleeping? We're gonna have a little Christmas today, okay? It's not really Christmas, but it's gonna be a little Christmas.
It's like it doesn't feel right. You can open it here.
Come in here and open it.
Here. You can open it here. Look. Look. Here.
More by the fireplace.
Come over and open it.
Open it up and see what it is.
Hurry.
Let's see what's in there.
Sit over here and sit down so everyone can see.
Ryan, hand me that camera, will you, please? Thank you.
It's got like face recognition. See that how it frames the face?
YouTube, I like it.
So it focuses on the face. And it sets
You can muscle up.
Good
sets
wrapping,
the
right?
exposure
You wrap that.
for a human face.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep going.
That makes fun of the way I wrap. I'm dedicated to my craft.
I said people were gonna rip the paper off and throw it away anyway. It doesn't matter. But
Slowly. Oh,
rip
sorry
it
then.
open. Just rip it all
What do you
open.
think
Get crazy.
What is it?
We never.
Barbie?
Are you having trouble too? You need a knife?
Yes.
Well, there's a knife in the package. No, I'm just kidding. No.
What is it?
Every Wojcik man when he comes of age gets a knife.
Yeah, but the thing of it is,
What
you
is
don't
that?
remember those yet.
Cool. You got some Barbies?
What is that? Cool.
What did you get, Ryan? Let me see.
Bakugan.
Oh, wow.
Here. I see that.
Bakugan.
It's
What's
beautiful.
that?
Never heard of
Then
it.
you can see what's in there.
That's beautiful,
What the
isn't
hell
it?
is Grandma?
He knows what it is.
Cute. That is grandma. How dare you?
How
Wow.
dare you?
All right, grandma.
There's no money in the car.
Go for it. I hope you're not like aiming at it.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not.
Trading cards.
Stop it.
How about that?
Yeah.
You have 2 new Barbies.
Wow.
Yeah, this way.
Look at the Christmas tree.
How bad?
Collect
They're fairies, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's her
Yeah, he
favorite
likes
color.
stuff like
Pink
that.
and purple.
Oh, thank
Every
you.
princess needs a fairy.
Uncle Joe and Amanda and
I thought that the
Thank you.
I thought the
Meaties.
for meaties.
Then
Yeah.
he turned around and he pointed his
That's what they're
finger at
called?
Jason and he says,
No, he said those are like for me.
the next time.
Oh, those
this
are?
happens, young man,
Yeah.
I
What are
will
gourmeties?
Gourmeties like the bell figures or trading cards.
Oh, okay,
They're like
okay, I got you.
Monster action.
Do they roll up into balls like that?
Yeah, what do you want?
What do you got?
It's gourmeties. Actually.
Coke, Diet Coke, ice tea, Sprite, regular.
Up.
Stop. Now it is. Has he got a red dot?
You want the box?
Yes.
Let it snow, snow, snow. Merry Christmas.
Here you
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, Daddy, Daddy.
Here's Tim.
Hey. Oh, yeah, open the presents for you.
Uh-oh.
Daddy, Daddy.
Sounds broken.
Hey, Daddy.
You got it close.
No.
What is it? Carson home accents. Just what I wanted.
Yeah.
Upside down.
What is it?
Oh, cool. I'm not sure what it is, but
It's a gigantic wind chime.
can you hear it?
Wow.
Who's Carson?
There should be another little thing down in there.
Is it for the Carson family?
Who we stole it from.
Oh, okay.
Should be another little
Oh, okay, there it is, yeah.
What did you get?
W, what's W stand for?
What's the M? I think it's an M.
Oh.
Why would it be an?
You gotta push A first.
Yeah, sure do.
And
You
you
gotta
hold
push
the button on the
button on the bottom too.
You gotta
The
hold
trigger.
just this one down, and then you'll let. Oh.
Okay.
Just give you a straight walk. My bad. You're welcome.
Good shot, Mom.
Well, let's see her pick up this bear.
Oh, show her to move it. And if you want to move over, you just use
Aim
the
it.
arrow keys.
Let's get the throwing down first.
Okay. And you hold the button on the back.
Yep, she's good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
It's a sneaky one. To go. Oh! Fish. So close. Fish.
That was close.
Fish. Is that what she said?
Yes.
I
didn't say hard.
That's supposed to be.
There you go.
No big deal. Let's go throw it.
She makes it look effortless, doesn't she?
What?
You're up.
Let's see.
G-Dog, it's all you.
Come on, G-Dog. Put her in there.
Oh, I'm left-handed now?
You gotta push.
Press the A button.
This one.
Okay.
She's so good. She's trying
Well,
to
they
give us
asked
an
you
advantage.
before, are you left or right-handed?
Lefty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it make a difference?
Well, come on.
Where's that? Okay. What is
Hold the
that?
back one. Hold the back one and just swing it and let go.
Don't press the A. Press the button on the back. Don't press the A.
The trigger switch. Let go, quick!
They're all different.
They're all different.
They're all different.
I like
They were all the same. He really wasn't around when they were purchased.
I like the sound of the chime.
They're all a little bit different, yeah.
Quit it! You're freaking me out.
Yeah. The kittens we got over the summer. He's so big.
You like my shirt?
What?
He likes my shirt. Oh, he's putting his head down on my shirt.
Down there above it on Matt's shirt. Oh, yeah. He's in a lovey-dovey mood this morning.
Next, Cheaters interviews Anastasia Shmakova, recently snared in the betrayal.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
I know. It happened a lot. It did. It was like a lot with spaghetti. No, I'm just kidding.
Your
It's
dad
just total
worked.
exhaustion. It has to be.
Total exhaustion, or
Your
you
dad
know,
worked 8 hours at the plant and then come home and worked 15, so.
How many hours at the plant?
8, 15.
That's 23.
Oh, we know what the extra hour was for.
Sex!
So sometimes he was even too tired for that.
Probably once or twice a year.
Poor Dad.
But you weren't, were you?
Now you're getting into something that ain't none of your business.
You were a young gal.
And so was he. He wasn't too old for that.
Yeah, but you was sitting at home waiting for him to get there.
All your stockings in no time. With a great selection of fun and useful gifts for everyone on your list, Walgreens makes stuffing those stockings a breeze.
You don't need to know about things that we had.
Well, you know what I said about looking through the register?
Well, you didn't see that either.
No, there was no door between our bedrooms, though.
No, there wasn't.
You didn't look around the corner, did you?
No, I was scared.
I didn't either.
I thought there was wild animals in there or something.
Would you stop?
You lying. I didn't know you kids lied like that. You do.
Yeah, we lie all the time.
Every one of you lie.
What do we lie about?
He lies about everything.
No, he doesn't.
I like
There's some
to.
truth to everything.
Yeah, I like to call it artistic embellishment. Where are you going?
Well, I'm trying to keep from going down there and hitting the floor.
I'm just getting ready to move in case you get within arm's reach.
I'm getting ready to go to bed.
I slid off of something the other day. I don't remember what it was now.
You slid off of something and you don't remember what it was?
Rihanna was sitting there and she says, "Oh, Grandma." I says, "Yeah." I says, "I fell down. Are you going to help me up?" And she got a hold of my arm and was trying to get me up off the
Where was
floor.
that?
Over at Tracy's.
That was today.
No, it wasn't.
It rattles when he tries to.
Don't pull his head off.
He's mean.
Don't pull
He
his
can't
head off.
be in the general public. He can't. He's gotten better, but he still attacks him though.
Come downstairs.
Wouldn't that make him more crazy, forcing him to live in a room by himself?
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or let him kill his
You
mom.
want it? You want it? You know what? You want it? You want it?
Say please.
I opened the door crack the other day and he ran out.
He runs out really fast.
Yeah, he runs out really
He's getting
fast.
faster now.
He runs up to the other camera and he just like lays there.
Here, you take it. Write your name.
What
Next to Grandma. Hey, next
Who
to
did
Grandma.
that? Come on,
I don't
girl.
know how you erase it. How do you erase it?
Oh, no,
See? Do this. And you erase it. See?